Hello all, welcome back to AK Apologies. In the previous class, we have discussed about the Python data types, built-in data types, and how to get the data type where how to know the variable belongs to this data type and that data type like that. Okay, and also we are going to we have also discussed about how to set the data type. That is when we are going to assign a value to the variable, automatically the data type will be assigned, and the setting the specific data type. Okay, these all things we have discussed. Today's in this class we are going to discuss about the Python numbers. Okay, so Python numbers, let's discuss. There are three numeric types in Python. Okay, there are three numeric types in Python. They are integer and float and then complex. Okay, these are the three uh, numeric types in Python. Okay, so next, variables of numeric types are created when you assign a value to them. Okay, it means these are the data types. Okay, Python numbers in the sense these are the numerical data types. Okay, these three are the numerical data types, that those are int, float and complex. These variables, these type variables will be created whenever we are going to assign a value to the variable itself. Okay, next example, let us say an example. For example, x equal to 1, where 1 is an integer, so the 1 is assigned to the x, right? We haven't specified that any int x equal to 1 semicolon, like that we are going to specify in the C, right? So in that we are going to specify the data type, but in Python we shouldn't need to use any keyword of type. While without using any keyword of type, automatically when you are going to assign a value to the variable, the data type will also be set to the variable. Okay, it means x is a type of integer. Okay, but we haven't specified any keyword, where this hash is an comment. Okay, online comment, hash is an online comment, sorry, yeah, hash is an online comment. Okay, hashtag. Next, if you are going to see the y equal to 2.8 decimal point, right? 2.8, which is the type of float. It means without declaring or the without mentioning the type, when we are going to assign the 2.8 to the y, automatically it is declared that the y is a type of float. Next, z equal to 1j. Okay, this is a complex number. In our mathematics we are going to use the I, right? I. But in programming language we always use the j. Okay, for the complex. Why we are not going to use the I means I is mostly used in the loops. Okay, I is mostly used in the loops for the iterating purpose, so that we use j. Okay, yeah. Next, let me discuss. Okay, example, we are going to verify the type. Okay, and now let us verify the type of these variables. Okay, of these variables. To verify the type, we know that in the previous class we have already discussed type of x. We are going to use the print to print the type of the x. Obviously we are expecting int, class int. Okay, yeah. Next we are going to use same for the y, and also we are going to use same for the z. So let me execute this. Okay, let me execute this, just a second. Okay, okay, yeah. Before executing any code you must save the code. Okay, you can see. Okay, you can see the j is highlighted. Okay, which is used for the complex. If you are going to use I, it's showing error. Okay, we need to use j. You can use either capital J or you can use either small j. That's your wish. So I always told you, right, before uh, executing any program you must save the program. Next, so I have run the program. Let me show you the output. We can see that First we got class int. Why? Because first we have used the print statement for printing the type of x, which is integer, that we know, right? And then we have got in the separate line. We are going to get in separate line means print statement automatically adds the new line character that you guys know, right? Next, class complex for the z. Okay, this is the output for this particular code. Okay, next, let's move on to the next topic. Just a second. Yeah, next, now we are going to discuss in deep about these three numeric data types. First we are going to discuss about the integer. Int or integer is a whole number, positive or negative, without decimal, of unlimited length. Okay, unlimited length of unlimited length means one is a one digit number. 1 2 12 means it's a two digit number, like this. Two digit, right? It means 2 is the length of the 12, right? It means there are two digits in the number 12. For example, if we're going to take the 94, how much the length, the how much length of the number of, sorry, what is the length of the 94? It means it is two digits, right? 94. So that we can use unlimited length, okay, without any decimal points. And you can use a positive number, negative number, and also you can zero is also a integer. Okay, next example, let us see. Integers: x equal to 1, x equal to, you can see 1 is a one digit number, and x equal to 3 5 6 3 3 5 6 5 6 2 2 2 5 5 4 8 8 7 7 1 1, which is also an integer, which has some more number of digits in it. It means the length is more. Next, minus 3 2 5 5 5 2 2 is also a number which is a negative number. Above two numbers are the positive numbers, and we are going to print the type. Let us see whether is these numbers are really the type of integer or not. Okay, simply I'm going to use the print statement for printing the all these three variables x y z. So let me remove this comment and place over here, and then save the code. Before running the code, I'm going to run the code. You can see I have run the code. Class int, class int, class int. Okay, I have used three print statements for the respective variables x y z, and I got a result in three different lines, that is class int, class int, class int. It means we can able to say that these three variables x y z are of type integer. Okay, let me move on to next thing. Float. Okay, this is all about the integer. Okay, float or floating point number is a number which is positive, either positive or negative, containing one or more decimals. Okay, a number, it should be contain at least one decimal or more number of decimals in it. It should contain a decimal point, can either be a positive or negative, or it can be either 0 as well. So example, let us see. Floats: x equal to 1.10, okay, is a float. X equal to 1.0 is a float. Okay, why? Because you can say that, sir, after a point to the right there is only 0. It means 0 has no value. 1.0 is equal to 1. It means it will be treated as an integer. No, that's not the case here. So we specially mentioned that as 1.0. It means it will treat it as a float only. Okay, it is not an integer type. Anyway, you are going to see in the few seconds. Just a second. Yeah. Anyway, you're going to see in a few seconds. Okay, while I'm going to execute the code. Okay, next, z is equal to minus 35.59 is also a float, which is a negative floating number, and we are going to use print statement to print the types of all these x y z variables. Okay, print type of x and print type of y and print type of z. Okay, I'm going to use the print statement. So I'm going to remove the comment and then put over here and then save the code before running, and let me use up arrow to execute the code. You can see class float, class float, class float in the three different lines for three different printf statements which are written for the three different variables xyz. All these three variables are of type float. Let me move into the next point. Float can also be scientific number with an e to indicate the power of 10. Okay, float can be represented in other way as well. Okay, this is one way of representing the float number. Okay, we using the 1.10. It means using the point. Okay, we are going to use the point. Okay, this is one type of representation, and there is another representation which is the scientific representation for the very small numbers and the very large numbers. We are going to express the power in those numbers in the powers. We are going to use the e to indicate the power of 10. Okay, let me show you an example, then you will get an clarity. Example floats 35e3. 35e3 means 35 into 10 power 3. 35 into 10 power 3. Okay, next 12e4 means 12 into 10 power 4. 12 into 10 power 4. Next minus 87.7 e 100 means minus 87.7 into 10 power 100. Okay, so we can ask the above two numbers there is no decimal point, right? There is no decimal point, right? So how it gonna treat it as a float? Let me tell you that. Okay, yeah, I will tell you after executing the code. Okay, let me execute the code. Along with printing the type, let me print those values as well. Okay, I'm going to use the separator which is a comma to print it. Let us see. Let me save the code and run the Python code. Okay, yeah, we can see. You can see over here we got 35,000.0. We got how much it is? Yeah, 1,20,000.0. Okay, we didn't get 35,000. We got 35,000.0, and we didn't get 1,20,000. We got 1,20,000.0. This is how we are going to get when we are going to use the scientific numbers. All these scientific numbers will be treated as a float only. Okay, I hope you got the point. Next, and how the value is printed, minus 8.77 minus 8.77 e plus 101. It means 8.77. There is a minus 87.7 e power, sorry, 10 power 100. One point is moved to the left side. One point is moved to the left side, and in the output, I'm going to say in the output, one point is moved to the left side and it become minus 8.77 into power is increased, right, into 10 power 101. Okay, this is how the values are getting printed when you are going to use the scientific numbers. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, many of the people get a doubt. Okay, 35e3 means 35 into 10 power 3, that is 35,000. It is a integer, it is not a float. How it is going to be an integer? How it going to be an float? They might get a question like that. It means it is not going to print the 35,000 in the output. It is going to print the 35,000.0. The output will be printed like this. Okay, so I hope you understood this point as well. Okay, yeah, next we are going to discuss about the complex numbers. Yeah, we are going to discuss about the complex numbers. Complex numbers are written with j as the imaginary part. Real part it doesn't contain any j values, right? Next, this thing I already discussed above, right? Example: x equal to 3 plus 5j, where 3 is a real part and 5j is the imaginary part. Okay, and x equal to 5j, it is only containing the imaginary part, and x equal to minus 5j. Okay, so I'm going to print the values, those types. I'm going to print the type of the values. Let me print also print the values as well using the separator between the type and the value. Let me run the code by saving it. Okay, I'm going to run the code. So you can see over here we got it as complex, and also you can see for the both uh, for the complex number which consists of both real part and imaginary part, the output we got the output in the parentheses. Okay, two parentheses, between the two parentheses we got the output, and there is uh, it's the type of complex, right? Next, let me change this value to 0 and see whether it is going to get, let's say, or different. Let me try it. Sorry. Yeah, so you can see over here. Okay, you might treat that 0j is nothing but the 0, right? But it is going to get the complex. Okay, you might get this type of doubts. Okay, I hope you guys clear. Next, now we have discussed about the integer, float and complex in a separate way. Now if you want to convert integer to float and float to integer and complex to integer and then float, how we are going to convert, whether is it possible to convert or not. If it is possible, how we are going to convert? Let us see. We can convert one from one type to another with int of, float of and complex of methods. Okay, these are the methods. Int of, float of, complex of are the methods which are going to convert a number of one type of data, one type of data type to another type of data type using these methods. These are nothing but the functions. Okay, yeah. Example: conversion of one type to another, it is a comment, and then x equal to 1 is an integer type, and x equal to 2 is a float type, and x equal to 1j is a complex type. Now we am going to convert from into float. For that I am going to use the float of, right, float of x. X is the integer. I have used the float of method, float of x, and converting this particular value x to the float. Next, conversion of float from int, float to int. 2.8 is a floating point number. Now I would like to convert this particular number to integer, so that I am going to use int of y. So you can see over here b is equal to int of y. Okay, y is a floating point number, and I have used the integer method int of y, so that the y is getting converted from integer type to float. Conversion from integer to complex. Okay, c is equal to complex of x. Okay, I'm going to convert the x, which is a integer data type, to complex data type, and then I'm going to print the value of a, and print the value of b, and print the value of c. Okay, and along with I am going to print the type of a, type of b, and type of c. Okay, let me execute this code. I saved the code. Let me run this for you. Before that, I'm going to use this 6 statements above these conversions. Above these conversions, I'm going to use what happens. Let me print it, save it, and then going to run the program. Just a second. Let me see that what happens. Print A is not defined. Yeah, sorry, yeah, A is another variable, right? A is another variable, right? Let me print these values, okay? XYZ and XYZ, XYZ. Okay, yeah, save it and run it. So what I have done is I have used this, okay, but before this, okay, before the assignment of these three variables, I have used these statements, print statements above previously, so that I got error. But what I have need to see is to see the values of this and the types of this XYZ, okay, right? But have used the ABC, so that I got an error. Now it's rectified, and you can see the output 1, 2.8, 1J, and in float complex. Okay, these are the initial uh, types and the values of the XYZ variables. After converting those variables into the float, int, and complex, these are the respective values. Okay, first we have converted the int to the float, so that we got the output as 1.0 by putting the 0.0 after the whole number value. Next, the float is getting converted into the int. So the float is getting converted into int. The float value is 2.8. We get answer as 2. Okay, it means it is truncating the decimal part. Okay, it is not round offing. It is truncating. Okay, it is just removing the decimal point and just only printing the whole number part. Next, 1J is a complex number. 1J is a complex number. How it is converted to the, just a second, it's not 1J. What I have done is, yeah, 1 is integer, right? 1 is integer. I have converted this particular one integer to the complex data type. What it has done is 1 plus 0J. 1 is nothing but 1 plus 0J, right? That thing I have already discussed in the above case, right? So it has done like that. Okay, this is the output and this is the explanation for the above code. Let me go to the next part. Yeah, you can note the point. Okay, this point is very important. You can't convert complex numbers into another number type. Okay, let us see whether we are going to convert those complex number to another number type. Let me use x equal to 1 plus 0G. Let us see 1 plus 0G, which is actually 1, right? So I'm taking the another variable z equal to, let me convert it to int of x. Let's see what happens. Let me print the value of x comma z comma type of x and then type of z. Can I use here? Let's see. Can I use? Yeah, there is no any error. Let me try it. I'm going to save it and run the Python code again. Just a second. So is it okay? So yeah, we got an error. Type error. Int argument must be a string, a byte like object or a real number, not complex. Okay, we shouldn't use complex in the int method. Okay, we got an error. So that this point is valid, right? We can convert complex numbers into another number type. Okay, yeah. Next, random number. Okay, random number. Python doesn't have random function like we have int function, complex function, and float function to make a random number. But Python has a built-in module called random that can be used to make random numbers. Okay, it contains a built-in module called random. Okay, how do you use that? Example: import the random module and display a random number from 1 to 9. So I'm going to import the random module from the inbuilt library of the Python. So this is how we are going to import random. Okay, after that, now my target is to print a number, random number, in between the 1 and 2. Okay, for that what we are going to use is print, and we have inputted the random, right? Random dot rand range. Okay, random range parenthesis 1 comma 10. Okay, 1 comma 10. So in our random module you will going to learn about it in detail. Let us see whether it is going to work or not. So let me show you that, printing the output. So we got a random number 3. Okay, let us see another time. We got 4, we got 5, we got 7, we got 1, we got 1, right? See, the one is English. One is included. Okay, you should remember that. Let us see whether it is going to print the 10. No, right? How many times you are going to use, you will get a different value. I have used so many times, but 10 is not getting printed. I think 10 is exclusive. So I will discuss that point in the when we are going to discuss in deep about the random module. So don't worry, that's the point. And this is all about the lecture. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.